We have an unprecedented resolution approved by all of the groups, all of the political groups in the European Parliament, condemning the kidnapping of 7 hostages, 6 of them women, during the appalling massacre that took place in Camp Ashraf on the 1st of September, when 52 of the PMOI members, the Iranian official opposition, were horribly and brutally murdered. This resolution on the upsurge in violence in Iraq, voted today by the entire Parliament in Strasbourg, is an absolute breakthrough. It recognises that Nouri al-Maliki's murderous regime was responsible for the Ashraf massacre. It recognises, in the words of Baroness Ashton, that the 7 hostages are being held by Maliki in Baghdad and demands their immediate release. Now, I want to say that the silence of the US in this issue is something that is extraordinary and bizarre. The US promised protection and security for all of the 3,000 people in Camp Ashraf, all of them now living in Camp Liberty in appalling conditions, and yet the US seems to have abandoned them and has remained silent almost throughout this whole horrific episode since the 1st of September massacre. And the UN, cynically I think, have called for Nouri al-Maliki to investigate what happened on the 1st of September. That's like calling for Bashar al-Assad to have a full investigation into the sarin gas attack on his own citizens. You cannot ask a murderer to investigate his own murder. So really the blue helmets from the UN should be sent in to provide security and protection for the 3,000 people in Camp Liberty. We should have a full independent investigation under the jurisdiction of the United Nations into what happened on the 1st of September. And as this resolution in the European Parliament demonstrates, the European Parliament itself is now saying to Maliki, release these hostages, otherwise you will regret this for the rest of your days.